Hello. So I'm gonna do a makeup tutorial today. I already put primer on. Please put primer on before you do any makeup. It's so much better for your skin and it lasts longer. And usually there's sunscreen in it, so that's good too. I've got all of my makeup set up, so I'll be doing a voiceover because I think it'll be easier. And also, Panic at the Disco released a new album last night / this morning, and I want to listen to it as much as possible. But I don't want to get copyrighted, so here we go. So I am using a Fenty Beauty foundation in the shade 200. It's actually a little darker than my skin tone, but the one I need is always sold out. So I'm just blotting it all over my face with a stippling brush. I take it down my neck as well to make sure it's blended in. Any of the products I mentioned can obviously be substituted for whatever you prefer. These are just what I have and what I enjoy using. Now I'd suggest doing your eyes first if you really want to make sure you get a good look, because you will probably have fallout from your eyeshadow and it tends to be hard to get off if it's on your foundation. So now I am using NARS concealer in the shade medium 1 or custard, and I'm just drawing triangles under my eyes and also covering up any spots I missed with foundation or that I want more coverage for. I found it's also easier to do eyebrows if you outline the bottom with concealer as well. So all you have to do is blend it in with a concealer brush after this. So I'm just putting CoverGirl Loose Powder in shade 110 all over my face with a kabuki brush, but any powder brush would also work. I know there are some people who don't like to put powder on, but I find makeup stays on much better if I do. Using Tarte bronzer in the shade Park Avenue Princess and defining my cheekbones using an angled brush. I'm not going too dramatic with my contour as that's not the look I'm going for, but feel free to do more if you'd like. I am also putting it on the sides of my nose as well as the top of my forehead, starting at the top of my temple. Now would also be the time to put it along your chin if you're looking to get an even more angular look or get rid of your double chin, but because my foundation is already too dark, I decided it'd be better not to. You want to blend, and trust me, you can never blend too much. You can always add more if you accidentally blend more than you wanted to. So this is NARS blush in its most popular shade, Orgasm. The best way to apply this is doing a little smile and circling a blush brush around the apple of your cheek. Using an eyeshadow that's slightly darker than my brows are. I like to line along the bottom and the top as well, following then with filling the rest in. So brush out your brows using a spoolie, and then we're going to add some brow gel in. This is Benefit's Give Me Brow in the shade 3. I like to brush my brows back and fill them in that way, then brush them out and even it all out with your spoolie again. So now you're gonna put your eye primer on and smooth it out. I'm using Urban Decay's Eyeshadow Priming Potion. Now you are going to press a very light shadow onto your lid. I'm using the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette and the color White Peach, which is a nice light white, and you're going to put that all over the lid. Now I'm following that up with the shade Puree, which is a reddish brown color. You're just going to want to press it on the outer corner of your eye in a bit of a soft triangle shape and pull it along the crease of your eye as well. best way to do this if you're unsure is to follow along where you feel your eyeball. Follow along until you get to the inner corner. So now you're going to take your concealer and cover any bit of your lid from the corner to the center of your eye, leaving the crease uncovered. And then you're going to press your light white powder into the areas you've now covered with your concealer to set it. So we'll take a sparkly gold color. I'm using the NARS palette Narcissist in the shade Fallen Star, and you're going to press it into that same spot we've been working on. Pressing it in is much better than swiping as it packs the color in. Sure to buff out the edges so they're not as sharp and a little less bold. Now we're gonna press a highlight shade into the corners of each eye. I'm using my Too Faced Life's a Festival palette in the shade Beamin'. Take your highlight, and I am actually using a mix of all 4 shades in the Kat Von D Alchemist palette, and brush it onto your upper cheekbones and down the bridge of your nose. I'll also cover your cupid's bow. I start off with using a fan brush and then switch to a highlighter brush, but you can use whichever. Another part that tends to scare people, which is the wing. I'm using a little bit of a cheat liner, which is the L'Oreal Voluminous Superstar Liquid Eyeliner in the shade Black. I find it easier to start with the outside and work my way in. Just start a little higher than your lower lash line and gently pull down and inward, angling your pen or other choice liner so it creates a dramatic swipe that you don't have to work too hard for. And don't worry if you need to work at this for a little bit. It's easy to fix with a Q-tip, a makeup wipe, and some concealer. Just even it out with your makeup remover and then follow that up with your concealer. If you're doing this before your foundation, don't worry about that and just wipe it off. Now mascara. I'm using Rimmel London's Scandalized Curve Alert. I like to brush my lashes down first and then follow that by brushing them up. If they get clumpy, don't worry about it and just run your spoolie through them. I chose to do a nude lip using Kat Von D's Studded Kiss lipstick in Lolita. I was blessed with lips easy to coat in lipstick, but all you have to do is make an X by your cupid's bow and then carefully follow along your natural line. Again, it's easy to fix it up by using your makeup remover and concealer, carefully touching up wherever you accidentally ruined. Finish off with some setting spray. I'm using Urban Decay's All Nighter, and just mist your face. And that's it. Hopefully hopefully you liked it. Send me pictures if you try it too. It's a little more downplayed than most beauty YouTubers do it, so I'm interested to see what you think. So hopefully I'll catch you in my next video.